Hello and welcome back to the Fire Emblem Talkthrough. Me, the Johnny Monkey.
And me, Sven the Crusader. Hey, look, pink hair.
Oh yes, and this is possibly the first time we've moved the story on in like what, a year?
Glory, glory, hallelujah. It's a New Year's miracle.
Pretty much. Anyway, for those of you who can't remember the plot since it's been a while, our heroes have recaptured Castle Caning and Liddell, the spy with the pink hair, yes, is now basically giving us a more thorough explanation of our villains, the Black Fang, and saying that, yeah, Anyone's father is alive and is now currently with the Black Fang for one reason or another.
Cheerful that.
Yeah. And apparently, according to her, the Black Fang were started off as these chivalrous assassins who only targeted people who abused their power. So, basically like Robin Hood, only murderers.
Or basically like the Blue Rogues, only murderers.
Pretty much, depending on which nerdy reference you want to go with.
Oh, you gotta love how they always give outlaws a sense of honor, even though that completely defeats the purpose of being an outlaw.
True. Well, I guess it depends on how corrupt the people you're fighting. There they go. Language, I can't speak it. Anyway.
Oh, just excuse it like I excuse it lately. How do I excuse it lately? Wow, we're doing great today.
Yeah, just to explain, it's been a month and it's the Christmas season. We're tired. Shut up.
Yeah, we're tired and I've been lazy the entire month, so I'm still recovering from wrapping about 1,000 presents.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, to sum up the Black Fang story, again, they were chivalrous, but then a new guy named Nurgle showed up, and they've pretty much become evil assholes.
So in other words, they used to be perfectly upstanding people, but then they took a Nurgle to the organization.
Pretty much, yeah. I would slap you for making that reference, but that was so convoluted and twisted, I doubt people will get it.
Yay for small favors.
I won't slap you, I'll just insult you.
Oh, don't worry, I do that plenty to myself.
Oh wow, this is getting depressing. So,
well, let's be honest, with this music and the tone of the scene, we were kind of gonna go to depressing anyway. Let's be honest.
yeah, because just to make the situation more cheerful, we have found our target and we know where anyone's father is. Unfortunately, it's on a place called Valor Island, which is so cursed that people call it the Dread Isle.
Yeah, totally a lovely tropical vacation spot, people.
Yeah. Come to Dread Isle. It's the place so wonderful you'll never want to leave, even if you could.
Oh, God. Now I could just hear the speedy salesman doing a sales pitch for Dread Isle.
It has wonderful expanses of woodland and creepy ruins that contain mysterious powers that may drive people insane.
Not to mention all the corpses nailed to the trees.
And to top it all off, we have a mysterious artifact known as Dragon's Gate, which no one knows how it works, but is very important to the plot. See, I wrapped it back round. Anyway.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that just happened.
Neither can I, but that's what happens.
That's what happens when the game throws endless exposition at us. We get weird.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, yeah. We have to explain, it's not that we dislike the game anymore, that we're not taking it seriously, that we're mocking it. It's just that, well, here's the thing. It's either reading out the cutscene dialogue, which neither of us want to do since we're okay as voice actors, but even we start to run out of range at about how many characters are there in overall? 30 or so?
Yeah.
And frankly, we make these videos just to basically express our opinions about how the game, have some fun, and also help you with it as well. If you want to take here's the story, here's a tin. How about buying the game?
Yeah. And just by the by, people, be prepared for more silliness, because I count at least 8 more minutes of exposition.
Oh, yeah.
Just looking ahead at the video preview.
Yeah, we have a lot to cover, because don't worry, there is going to be gameplay in this part, but like I said, it's been a year, we have a lot of story to go through as well.
Yes. Hey, character development.
Yeah, because... And also shipping potential as well, because Leader and Matthew have a thing for each other, since they're both spies working for the same people.
Oh, how romantic to break up all the death and despair.
Yeah. Hey, and Matthew has a very interesting flirting technique here. Is it?
Leave it to the thieves.
Yeah. To meet my parents. Yep, just meet my parents. No particular reason why, mind you. Anyway, see you.
Yeah, that's total Matthew right there.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's not Calm from Fire Emblem 8.
True. Anyway, this scene right here. Remember the green guys we rescued in the last chapter? If you don't, me neither. But yeah.
Poor soldier, eh?
Yeah. If you, the item you get now depends on how many of them are still alive. The less guards you have, the more worthless the item is. This item, Red Gem, you can sell at the shops for more money, which is always useful, frankly, because you're going to need supplies for quite a long time, frankly.
Yes.
And we are now starting with the side quest.
Map exposition, or map's position if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. It just feels so awkward about the narrator from Alpha Radiance and Radiant Dawn here.
I will admit, in a game full of crappy voice acting, that voice was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I have no idea about that line of text as well, by the way. I've no idea if... This is something that only seems to appear in the European version. I don't know if it's because there's a glitch in the language or not, but for some reason that one sentence suddenly changes to Spanish. So
I think that was Italian. What?
Hey, that's not the only odd thing that happens in the European version, but I'll get to that.
Did they have a transfer swap with another translation company? Did the Dalek who was processing the game lose track of its translation sensors? What the flying I just say?
I didn't know Daleks were into game design these days.
They were into serving tea.
Oh dear. But yeah, plot summary. As it turns out, very few people want to go to the cursed island. I can't imagine why. So,
sorry, Speedy.
Yeah, so the only solution they give is pirates, and unfortunately, Lynn has kind of a Batman complex. Since her parents were murdered by criminals, she doesn't really want to associate with them.
Admittedly, kind of reasonable, but Lynn, hate to break it to you, it's the only way out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the others are saying as well. To be fair, know that you're going to a cursed island with a bunch of insane pirates. It's not the most enjoyable trip.
Yeah. And also, yes, feel free to blast Ailstorm right about now. We are pirates. Sorry,
there was a point here somewhere.
Again, people, I've already said this. We kind of get silly whenever the game throws 13 minutes of exposition at us.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, you're still here?
How long were you eavesdropping, dude?
Oh, good. Tell me about the girl's misery. I love stuff like this.
And he's bald and has the biggest pedo stash I've ever seen.
Moving on.
Yeah, let's stop being silly there, because we just took a turn for the disturbing.
Yep. And here's a guy I wish was playable, but isn't. Carlos, the pirate captain. Oh dear.
Vargas.
Oh wait, no, not Carlos. Sorry, I'm thinking of another guy. Argus, that's his name.
I think our writing has just managed to leak its way into the story.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. The dialogue here is slightly different if you're with any word, and I do love it just because of how silly and naive Edward is. He's Hector goes, "You're Fargus, you're the pirate chief, aren't you?" Edward goes, "Are you the commander of the pirate armada?"
Oh God, he's like Prince Enrique.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so naive it's almost adorkable.
Yeah.
Oh, Elliewood.
Yeah. As if the pirates were that organized, they would have an armada coming.
But to be fair, they're badass enough. I mean, just look at their leader.
That is true. And now we get a slightly different topic here. Basically, they now need to come up with a ridiculous amount of gold in order to pay Fargus, which they don't have, and you never will. It's impossible to raise that amount out in the game, unfortunately, since the enemies don't just drop money.
Well, 100,000, right?
Yeah.
I've raised that much money arena spamming, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, true, but this is the first arena in the game. Well, anyone's mode anyway. No, wait. Actually, yeah, this is the first arena in the entire games.
I'm not gonna lie, I've managed to raise over 100,000 on this level alone.
Oh, wow.
I'm a hopeless person.
Yeah. So, anyone and Hector come up with a plan, but it all comes to an out because we have Dart, and unfortunately, Dart is a sufferer of a strange condition, which means he can't actually look anyone in the eye.
A lot of people in these games seem to have that.
Yeah, for some reason, everyone looks directly forward apart from him who just looks behind him. I don't quite know why.
He's just secretly shy and can't look anyone in the eye. Wow, that's just produced a really interesting mental image.
Especially considering what's happened now. There is an extremely weird challenge for Fox which is, you can either pay me, or you can play this game where you have to slaughter most of my name and talk to me.
Vargas, not gonna lie, I really don't see the point.
Yeah, anyway.
Apparently he's just that much like Kinpachi.
Yeah. So, I do love In's response here. It's like, okay. That's really sweet. I don't understand, but I'm here to help. Any chance to castrate a bunch of pirates is good. Well...
Oh, Lynn, secret sadist.
Yeah. Now, I should explain the main mechanic of this chapter. Basically, the guys you see over there, you don't want to go anywhere near them. So, the main route will eventually have someone who will explain later. But first...
Purple hair, dude!
This is the main reason you'll want to take this side quest, because you get to recruit Canis, or Canis, however you pronounce it.
Yes. Possibly the most overrated unit in Fire Emblem history.
Yeah. To explain that line, basically, people who take this game far too seriously for their own good will often tell you that Canis is the only unit you should be using, and if you don't use him, you're mad insane. And I do admit that Canis is a pretty useful unit, and we will be using him in this particular talk through. but I don't think he's the be and end all of all units. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could just go through puberty in the middle of a sentence. I mean, people seem only to use him for the one spell he gets, Luna, which, let's be honest, it's useful, but they're missing the point here, because whenever you look at Cadus's stats themselves, they're not that good.
Yeah, that is the main problem, because dark magic users, whilst incredibly powerful, are unbelievably slow, and given the defense that spellcasters normally have.
Yeah, they have about the life expectancy of a hedgehog on a motorway.
Oh, yes, that was a line I said so many years ago.
I still love it.
Yeah. But yeah, we're having Florina visit the pub here, who tells you that that tells you that the only safe way you can go is basically up and around the edge of the map, because those pirates are for lower level and they're the ones your characters can handle. The others are a much higher level than your characters will ever be and have extremely powerful equipment, meaning that if you get within any of their attack range, they'll charge towards you and pretty much murder your entire party. So try to avoid that if all possible.
Yeah. Wow, way to dodge there, guy.
Yeah. Also, for some reason, the girl we met in that pub is actually a named character. Her name is Anna, and she seems to appear in almost every single Fire Emblem game. Not as a playable character, mind, just a random NPC.
Right up until Awakening, whenever they finally make her playable.
Yeah, that was very...
That... I kind of question why they would have to do that after so many years.
I have to wonder why her as well, because if Shadow Dragon's anything to go by, she was just the wife of one of the characters. I don't know why. I mean, was it just her design? Did they really like it, though?
Well, apparently, for whatever ungodly reason, she's the ensemble dark horse in every single game, so...
Yeah. Meanwhile, this is the main boss of the game, Wyatt, and I can't remember if he does this in anyone's story, but thankfully in Hector's story he comes towards you, so you don't have to break through the invincible pirates in order to fight him.
Yeah, he's about the only enemy that moves, aside from the ones up top.
Yeah. Speaking of the pirates attack range, if you stay with it towards the red houses, towards there, you'll be safe out of range. That's the only way you can get the items, obviously. But if you go anywhere else, like in front of them, they will start homing in on you, and that's something you want to avoid, really.
Yeah. Because, take it from personal experience, they will wreck you.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, as for Wire himself, he's really not that hard, really. As you can see, I'm taking care of him with Oswin and the two lords.
Yeah. He's being taken out by basically a snail in a can and two lords.
Yeah. Pretty much his entire backstory, he's just a random member of the Black Fan who decided to join in with a very small group, and I'll be honest, he doesn't really do that good of a job.
Yeah. He barged in with a group of 4 people to take out a group of, what, 20?
Yeah. On top of that, his victory, his battle quotes just come off as funny, to be honest, and possibly hammy. Or bored, depending on how to interpret them. Yeah, you're about to die, scream if you must.
And now he's facing an even tankier snail in a can.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah, well, I'm just using hexes to take care of the other horseback guys around here.
It's really funny, but they're almost more of a threat than ow.
You say that, and then Eddie would lose his half of his health.
Yeah, sorry, Hollywood.
Eddie, it's Emissinius Woods. You told me they'd be easy!
Famous last words.
And, yeah, I've literally, I'm gonna say, I really hate how picky this game can be sometimes, because you may have noticed this, but horse cavalry units get the chance to move again after they've already completed their turn. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to get the item inside this house, which is, yeah, he gives you a very powerful and occasionally very useful staff known as the sleep staff.
You're getting
which
very tired.
Yeah, it can basically disrupt people. Unfortunately, despite the fact that I haven't really stopped yet, that counts as going into the attack rate.
Have fun, matey.
Yeah, so even though I go that way...
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Run for your freaking life. That's pretty much my tactic now. Oh no, look, at the same time we got a Guy and Matthew support conversation.
Hey there, pal. Let's talk. Never mind the fact that we're being chased by level 17 pirates.
Yeah. Also, I should mention something. Right here, Matthew's talking about how, basically, when Guy challenged him to a duel, he thought it would be honourable, but Matthew basically attacked him in his sleep and counted it as a victory.
Wow, Matthew, wow.
Yeah, but as Matthew tells a story about how one night before the similar trick, where basically he said, and we'll decide the time of the fight later, and then kick down a guy as soon as his back was turned. Believe me, if my Dark Age reenactment group is anything to go by, that is generally what they did. Knights are evil bastards. The amount of times we've had, okay, let's all touch blade in a circle to start the match. Slice!
And then immediately afterwards, you get Jonin's taking arrows in the knee.
Pretty much. In fact, we have one game entirely based around this concept called Circle the Treachery. The name is exactly what it's...
Oh wow, that sounds almost like a metal band.
But yeah, the other thing I should mention on this map is that there is an arena where you can basically fight selected opponents, and if you want to beef up your opponents, beef up your characters by constantly leveling up. The only problem is, I never use it myself because there's all those pirates to get around, and I'm too afraid of setting them up.
Yeah, I just tactically pick them off with ranged people because they will move without you setting them off. Then I just clean up the stragglers and arena abuse for the next 5 hours or so.
Fair enough. We will see arena abuse, but not in this level. Oh, and another note, you will see Fargus down there. Don't try to fight him. I know you get the option to, but it's pretty much game over then because he's something like a level 17 berserker. He can pretty much KO every single one of your party members, and even if you do somehow manage to kill him, it's an instant game over right then and there.
Because you just killed your ride, dude.
Yeah. So, for the love of God, don't try and fight him. It's not worth it. It's only undoing your hard work.
Yeah.
Hey, and on this mad journey, we set off. That was me, the Jonin Monkey.
And me, Sven the Crusader. Insert 10 seconds worth of banter here.
Sorry.
Okay then.